All right, let's take a look at how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool. So I'm in Ethereum right now, and you could do this on any chart, but basically how I use it, there's a couple different ways to use it, and I only know how to use it a couple different ways. I'm not an expert on it, but this is how I use it. So basically, if we have a big huge run up or a big huge run down, you can use it. Or so like right here we have this big huge run, and then we do a trend line basically, and we broke that trend line right there. So this is kind of like a double top right here. If this goes down to the downside, like kind of like Dogecoin did, let's say, and we'll look at that in a second, but let's say this is going to do the same thing. I'm not saying this is. It might just hold support on this trend line and keep going. Ethereum's faked me out plenty of times. So what I would do is come over here, get the Fibonacci retracement tool right there, drag from the bottom to the top of that trend right there. So basically we get this point and this point right here, the top and the bottom. And then now this gives us some levels to watch. So basically it already is bouncing on this 23% level, and yeah, I mean it's possible that it just kind of bounces there and then goes to the upside. But the other levels I like to watch are the 38% level right here, dot 382, and dot 5, or this 50% level. So this is sitting at around $2,751 and $2,553. And then you could even go down more, but once it starts getting into these ones, it can get bounces still on these levels, but at these levels I'd be kind of more. Basically, I think a lot of the times we get bounces before we hit these ones. That's why I don't really look at these ones until we start like hitting the 50% level, or you're breaking down to that one. Then I'll start looking at this one or the next bottom trend line. So that's basically that. But let's go look at it like another chart. We've been looking at Dogecoin, and we could do the same thing on that one. So basically we have a big uptrend going like this, and we can do a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top. And this, I suggest doing it on your chart so you can kind of play around with it and kind of see the levels that you like best. I'm kind of doing this quick, so but yeah, get the bottom point right here, and you could use the bodies too. Sometimes I use the bodies to see if that makes more sense, like the bottom of the body, and maybe sometimes the top of the wick. I know that doesn't really make sense, but something like that, or something like this. Use the wick down here, and I like to use these like probably, I don't know, just depends on what the trend is doing, but like so with this one we had kind of like a trend going like this, something like that. And yeah, we still haven't broken like this trend or anything, but we're breaking this first trend line, this kind of steep one. So that's not bad. And then it looks like we already bounced on the 38% level. So we'll see if we maybe come up, get resistance. So basically what I'm watching right now is we have resistance right there. This is turning into a Dogecoin video, but we have a downtrend going something like this. And so basically the way we could use, so what I did is I had limit order set right there and right here. This one got filled, I'm assuming. I haven't looked at it, but it should have got filled right here, and now it's bouncing up. If we go into like the hourly time frame, we'll see what's happening. That's interesting. See, we got a perfect bounce right there. So but like I said, we still have this resistance and this resistance, so I'm not quite sure if we're still until we break this trend line to the going to the upside. I'm not quite so sure. I might even think about taking profits, because this would be from here to here. If we could get to this line right here, that'd be 10%. So and then you can kind of just take it off the table. And then if we break this trend line up here, this one up here, so this is what I'm doing. If we break that trend line up there, then we can kind of see. And that's how I do the Fibonacci's pretty much. Sometimes it's probably better just to, like, you know what I mean, take profits here and then just buy back and then just hold and wait till we come back up, but it just depends what you want to do. Wait for another downtrend. I don't know. Basically just how I do things. But yeah, look at how it's interesting how Because I did a Dogecoin video earlier and we were sitting at about right here. I said to watch the Fibonacci retracement levels. I was told you about my limit orders, one right here, one right here, and right here. So yeah, I hit that limit order, and I might, if it comes up here, I might take profits and then watch it come down, or if it breaks through it, then dollar cost average back in. But it might be a fake out. You never know. Until we break this red line up here, then it's still kind of up in the air as far as just kind of bouncing up and down. Sorry, that turned into a Dogecoin video, but it's I think it should be relevant to what's happening in general, because this one is actually playing out. The Ethereum hasn't really broken to the downside yet, so that one's not really playing out yet. It's possible that we get bounce on that red line and go up or something like that. But this one kind of already helped a little bit. I mean, if you would have sold right here and then bought back right here, you could have made 9% in Dogecoin. You know what I mean? So something like that. Or if you would have started looking at this trend line up here when we started breaking this trend line, like, or even right there when it really started breaking, I don't know. It just started showing weakness and we were in a downtrend, like I said. But I've been trading in general. I didn't sell all of my Dogecoin or anything like that. I got long term. I'm going to have to do a video on Ledger and my strategy on doing trading versus holding, and how I kind of do. I definitely do both. I have a little bit. I have savings on Ledger, and then I have a little bit of just learning funds on Coinbase and Robinhood a little bit. I haven't touched my Robinhood stuff in a while, but yeah. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys like that video, hit that thumbs up. I think that should explain it. We can go through another chart, I guess. Let's look at the total crypto market cap before. Let's look at the total crypto market cap before we actually cut out. So what I'm thinking is, once we break this trend line right here on the total crypto market cap, something like this, we can look for a retracement on something like this as well. We had a big, huge uptrend. We dragged that from the bottom to the top, and then we'd be looking at levels, something like that. And we're already kind of lining up with the 61% level. Even I don't know. We'll have to see. Basically, we don't start really getting the Fibonacci retracement tools until we don't start using them until we start breaking the trend lines going to the downside. That's why I suggest you use Tradingview. All right. If you guys like that video, hit that thumbs up.